Hello Guardians, today I'm going to be talking about the Pinnacle grind and what I've been going over the past month or so. Just trying to get as many Pinnacle drops as possible so that my base power level can be at 2010. So as you guys may or may not know, the hard cap for your power level, the hard cap is at 2000, and the Pinnacle cap is at 2010. But in order to get to 2010, you're going to have to get a lot of Pinnacle drops, and you just can't jump into any activity to get a Pinnacle drop. They're only in select places like, let's see, let's go with, you can go to Nightfalls, and I've picked mine up already. You can go to Nightfalls, you can earn 200,000 points, you'll get a Pinnacle for that. You can come to the Pathfinder, which I've already done, and there will be a Pinnacle drop here, and you can only get 3 of these per week, right? And it's the same thing, like if you want to play Gambit, play Crucible, you can earn these by completing these paths. There's other sources in the game to get Pinnacles. You can go raids, dungeons. Gosh, I'm trying to think of anything else. There's a few other things, but like this one has a Pinnacle deep sight weapon that drops for this mission. So yeah, you have to be very particular on what you actually play to get Pinnacles. And at a certain point, I think I was going over as well, you can also go to Hawthorne. She doesn't have a Pinnacle, but she has a tier 2 powerful gear drop that gives you an extra boost on what you would normally get. But anyway, once you get to 2010, you have to have 2010s everywhere. Kinetic, energy weapon, power weapon, and then you're going to have to get a 2010 on all of your pieces. At least one of these, because I have a bunch over here. At least one of these has to be a 2010. Right? So what's different now is your power level isn't per character. At the beginning of this year, when Final Shape released, Bungie changed it so that the power level for your characters is actually shared, right? So let's say with my chest armor, I've got a 2009, I don't have a 2010 on Hunter, but Titan has a 2010 for his chest piece, right? So now that counts for Hunter, right? So now the game is reading it as if Hunter actually has a 2010, but he doesn't. This time last year, that wasn't the case. I would still have to continue a Pinnacle grind for each of my characters to make sure they all had 2010s across the board. But now, because your power level is shared account wide, you just have to make sure that one of your characters has at least one of these. So Hunter would be missing a chest piece. He's also missing the class item, but the other 2 characters have a 2010 chest piece and a 2010 class item. So now the game is reading it as Hunter actually has a 2010 class item, even though he doesn't. I mean, thank the Lord for that, for sure. Because it was a pain just to get to the Pinnacle Cap on 3 different characters, and their power level wasn't shared account wide. So I'm going to go to the tower and show you guys what I'm going to do at this point. in the tower. So I'm talking about stacking Pinnacle level gear drops because I have a ton of stuff in here. Now, I went through the long process of getting everything to at least 2000 power level in here. Well, not everything. The weapons are finished. I haven't started on the armor just yet. But yeah, all the weapons in the vault, everything's spread across my characters as weapons. Everything's at least 2000. So that's my base or my foundation as far as power goes. Next, I'm going to work on the armor, which some of this stuff is really dated, to bring the power level up to current power level, at least 2000. But if I use something a lot, then I'm going to want it at 2010, right? So what I ended up doing is spending much of this season just grinding to get to the Pinnacle Cap, which I did 2 days ago. I finally got there, and I've been doing this for weeks, but I don't have a lot of time to play the game, so it took me a while. And then it's random. Sometimes, especially with Hunter, they kept giving me 2010 with my leg armor, or they kept giving me 2010 on the energy weapon. They would not drop the class item for the life of me. So yeah, the drops are random. So you can't target, okay, I need a class item and I need the chest armor. Like, you can't target your Pinnacle drops like that. So it's random. So what I ended up doing is jumping on my Titan. I played Iron Banner one match, and I turned in a Pinnacle from the Pathfinder track, and they finally gave me a class item. So like I said, the class item that Titan has, it counts for Hunter in this case. So now my base power level on my account is at 2010, which means that when I go to the vendors at the tower, anything that is the powerful gear drop is going to be 2010, right? So I'm going to get as many 2010s as possible, and what you want to do is don't spend these before, because once you spend them, you're not going to be able to get any of these back. Right, once you spend 5 of these, they're gone. So you have every major rank 4, you're going to get one. Rank 7, you're going to get another one. Rank 10, 13, 16, you're going to get another one of these available. So when I was like 2006, 2007 power level, I started unlocking these, but I didn't spend them. I didn't pick them up because I wanted to wait until I got to 2010 so that anytime I picked up one of these from the vendor, that would be another 2010 I could use to infuse into an armor piece that I really like wearing, or to a weapon that I like using a lot. Because otherwise, drops like this that are tier 1, they're going to be capped at 2000. And I really do want to have the extra 10 points. So with all the vendors at the tower, you just try your best to save these. A lot of times we do try to use these as a filler, but this is going to match whatever your current base power level is, right? So even if you're at the Pinnacle level, it's going to match it. These up here in the corner, they're never going to match your pinnacle level and give you the extra 10 points. So that's a bummer. But it is going to help you get all of your armor and your weapons to at least 2,000 or whatever the new hard cap is. Because if we go into next season and they boost up the pinnacle cap again another 10 points, they boost up the hard cap again another 10 points, I'm going to have to go through the grind all over again. And it'll be the same strategy to unlock all these and just leave these right here until I hit the pinnacle cap. So that's Master Raoul. Banshee has the same thing. What do you need? And I've already used all of them. The ones that are here. Now, once I get to 16, I'm going to unlock another one. And then once I pick this up and reset my rank, you're not going to get any more powerful gear drops available from here, right? And then the same thing with him up here. This is capped at the hard cap. Whatever the hard cap is, these are gonna be there. But like I said, these are gonna be available as whatever pinnacle level you're on. So yeah, just get to the cap and then start picking these up. But when you reset, this menu is going to change and you're not going to be able to get any more drops, the powerful gear drops, which is basically where I'm at with Zavala. Zavala really does have the same menu, but I have reset my rank with him twice already, and I'm working on my third time. I mean, I play Nightfalls a lot, more than anything else, so now his pinnacle gear drops are gone, or drops that are at the pinnacle level, they're gone, and we just get the standard rewards here, which is a bummer. If you like playing Crucible, which I don't, but if you do, Shaxx has the same thing. So if I ever got to rank 4, I would unlock one of these, and then 7, 10, same deal, up to 16. So again, you have 5 of these that'll be available at Shaxx. And then the stuff up here, it's capped at 2,000. If you go to Drifter and you actually like playing Gambit, his menu is the same. You'll have every major rank is going to unlock one of these. So that's 5 total. And then once again, if when you reset, that option is going to go away. Now, the only vendor that I know of that's different at the tower is Hawthorne. She is kind of better than the other vendors, especially for the core activities. So a little bit different in terms of rewards, but this is everything that your clan members are doing. So again, I'm at the Pinnacle Cap. Now, if my Pinnacle was at 207, then that's what this would be. And then once I reached 208, this one updated to 2008. Then I got to 2009. This updated to 2009. And again, I finally reached 2010 a couple of days ago. Then this updated its power level to 2010. So it's going to match whatever my current level is, right? Now, if your clan mates start completing crucible runs or nightfalls or raids or whatever, then the reward from that is actually going to be the same as this would be. And it's only for Hawthorne for some reason. I don't know why. But they just give you an extra bonus for that. Now, once your reward from your clan members are gone, this is going to go back down to 2,000. But if they run, and you can go to the menu and see what they've run. Like, see, they ran Crucible. So they run the Nightfall raid. If they run Gambit together, then that's going to show up. You'll see that little green dot, and that reward will show up here. So that's an added bonus. And I think you can only get 4 of these in total. So if they run everything, then that's a bonus for 2010s for you. I usually don't run activities with my clan members because a lot of times they're like way ahead of me. And I don't really have a schedule in terms of playtime. So we don't run together because I would have to be able to play at the same time they do. And my schedule is too sporadic for that. But anyway, I can still contribute with the weekly personal contribution. And as you can see, we've already hit the cap at level 6. So there's that. So what I like to do with these is split them up between my 3 characters to make sure they all stay at pretty much the same power level. But and then the other place you can go once you actually get to 2010 or whatever the Pinnacle Cap is, I like going to the season pass, and the thought process is exactly the same. Just leave your Ingrams here. Try not to pick up anything that has a power level attached to it. See, because everything's 2010 now. These are also going to reflect whatever your base power level is. So again, when I was at 2005, that's what this was, right? And then as you level up your power level, these are going to update to match it. It's the same thing with the weapons. So if you want to know what your base power level is account-wide, just come over here and hover over something that has a power level attached, and it'll let you know where you're at. So the beginning of this week, all of these were 2009. And then a couple of days ago, when I finally picked up the last Pinnacle item I needed to get to 2010, all of these updated to 2010. So, again, it is difficult not to start picking up this stuff, but try not to. Try to save them until you actually get to the Pinnacle Cap, because that'll help you with everything that's in your vault. You can infuse these into weapons that you really use, and it'll help you with your armor as well. Like, all these are random, so when you pick that up, this one gave me boots. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the game keeps giving Hunter leg armor. I don't know why, but it didn't want to give me the cloak, and it doesn't want to give me a chest piece. Like, the last 3 pinnacles, or 4 pinnacles now I picked up, I've got 3 with leg armor, and I've got 1 with energy. And earlier this week, it kept doing the same thing. It'll give me leg armor, it'll give me energy weapon. That's why we needed the power level to be account-wide, because it's annoying. Very, very annoying. But anyway, so all of these that have
Did the bird distract you? He does that.
the power level on it, just go ahead and pick these up. And like I said, the Ingrams, because there's quite a few on here, I'm literally going to count these out and split them between my 3 characters. I don't know, so they all share or feel like they're on the same level. And then of course the armor that's here, they all have their own armor. So Titan will have his own armor here, Warlock will have his own, so I don't have to share those. But these purple Ingrams and then the exotics, I'll just count to see how many I have in total that's available, and then split them between the 3 characters. Eververse, it really doesn't matter who picks those up. I will say that certain characters tend to get certain drops. Like for example, sometimes Hunter will be the one that gets a lot of drops of these. That's for Bright Dust. Titan can get a bunch of Sparrows. Warlock can get a bunch of Ghost. It seems like the game kind of leans a certain way towards certain classes, which I don't know why that is, but it does that. So if you keep getting the same thing and you want to get something different, change your character and pick up your rewards and see what it drops in terms of stuff that's random, right? You can change your character, you can change the activities that you run, so that you can potentially get a different drop. But really, like, to be honest, if I'm on one character and I'm just playing a bunch of Nightfalls and I'm not really running Gambit or running Crucible, I will literally start getting the same drops all the time, which is annoying. So yeah, switch it up. But yeah, so getting a bunch of these, like I said, is going to help me with increasing the power level of all of my stuff that's in the vault. And yeah, because when I change subclasses, I would like all of this stuff to be at 2010, which means you have to really start collecting a whole bunch of pinnacle level gear and weapon drops. Yeah, the helmet only got 1. I've got 1 arm or 1 gauntlet at 2010. Nothing for the chest. I've got 3 for the leg armor and nothing for the no 2010s for the cloak. So yeah, I mean, I don't know why the game is doing this, but yeah. They're hard to get them to get the 2010s to drop where you want them, which is why I'm saying, like, save as many drops as you can, whether at the vendor or on the season pass, and then it'll help you like fill in whatever gaps you'll probably have with your armor. All right, so I hope that this was really helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Catch you later.